Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. It's Sponsor Appreciation Week up at Andy Meyer's Lodge on famous Eagle Lake.
Hey, John Gillespie!
Just a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! Oh yes!
Yes! Honestly, a fight I've never felt before.
Folks, just arrived at Andy Meyer's Lodge on famous Eagle Lake, and this is our Sponsor Appreciation Week, where we bring our sponsors up to Andy Meyer's Lodge. And I'll tell you what, from October 1st through about the middle of November, you've got some great fishing up here, don't you?
Yeah, we do. October, it's overlooked, the fall. I mean, we're known for the fall muskie hunt, but multi-species, walleye, smallmouth bass, and big northern pike this time of year is dynamic.
That's why I come here, and that's why I bring the sponsors. But I also come because you have a brand new, beautiful lodge, and I feel so comfortable bringing my sponsors here to enjoy your hospitality, your beautiful cabins, and your lodge.
Well, it's one of the reasons why we built it. It's for everyone. I mean, before we run late, but now we want to run all year.
Right.
And with that being said, it's like you mentioned, it's more comfortable. If you have big groups, we're seeing more and more corporate groups from 15 to 20 guys planning their getaway. If it's a 4-day, 5-night, they want to do the guided fishing, they want the good amenities, they need their laptops, they got fast Wi-Fi, but they're here to fish. So that being said, the way it's laid out, being the size that it is, now we can accommodate that.
And I can tell you this, and I've been here for many, many years, you are the most accommodating, hospitable people I know. With great fishing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey folks, we're going to do multi-species today. We'll have more of that coming up right after this. Folks, we're at Clam headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota. One thing I love about Clam is they make all kinds of accessories to keep you warm and dry on the ice. You'll never see me without my head warmer. And I'll tell you what, these dry skin gloves are awesome. You can cast with them, you can jig with them, they're waterproof, they keep you warm. Then I got my big mittens here by Ice Armor, and these are wonderful when you're driving your ATV. What do you like?
Well, what I love is that Clam always has a complete line for women. They're mittens that are super, super warm and keep you dry. They're neck warmers, and of course, they're cute hats.
For more information, folks, go to clamoutdoors.com.
Big news! Introducing Jiffy's new E6 Lightning with clean power. Easy starting with a squeeze of the throttle. Powered by a 6 amp-hour lithium battery, along with a high-torque motor that delivers superior drilling performance. Reverse drilling makes skimming holes a thing of the past. Jiffy's Ripper Blade has longer life. Night lights offers safe drilling even in the dark. The new Jiffy E6 Lightning has everything covered.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X2. Purpose-built for exploring tight technical terrain. And boasting next-level versatility. No other side-by-side delivers this level of proven off-road performance. The all-new Wolverine X2 from Yamaha.
Hey, welcome back, folks. We got two of my longtime sponsors in the boat with us today. Jeff Kolozinski from Johnson Outdoors, which is Humminbird in Minn Kota.
And Dylan.
Hey, what do you think of this Eagle Lake?
This is a gorgeous lake. The weather's great, and the fish should be biting. I'm pretty stoked for the day.
Okay, Brian Sticka from Fleet Farm, longtime sponsor of the show. And Stickman, I'll tell you what, it's multi-species day. What do you think we'll catch for a multi-species?
Well, I'm hoping for some walleye and maybe some smallmouth bass.
Yeah, and Danny, you know, it is a great time of year, early November, to come up here when you get the right weather. You can do well on the multi-species deal, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, especially you got the whole lake to yourself, so you can fish anywhere you want for anything that you desire to catch, you know?
Well, multi-species to me means we're going to try for bass, walleye, northern pike, and muskie all in the same day.
And the nice thing is on all these spots we're fishing, it could all be here.
Hey, here we go, Danny, in the back of the boat, buddy. That was on a Kalen's 4-inch jerk minnow, and just working it really slow. And that is, there we go. A nice bass there, Danny. You know what I'm impressed with, Danny, is the weight of these things and how fat they are, you know, buddy?
Yeah, it's a nice little fat fish.
But again, you and I over the years, this time of year, have gotten them up to 6 pounds, haven't we?
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll get some big ones today.
Little Kalen's jerk minnow, it's calm today, so I got an 1/8 ounce jig on. Hey, there we go, Colorino. How you doing there, buddy? I just missed one. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way here. And Danny, you know, actually, these smallmouth school up this late in the fall, huh?
Yeah, they're all bunched up on these reefs.
Good one, John.
Colo, are you having fun?
This is a fun day.
Now, we're starting out with bass, but we will try other species today.
If you're giving multi-species today, I'm all the happier.
I got a nice
Sticky!
one here, John.
Sticky!
Ooh, this was a good one.
Well, he's doing the old Fleet Farm reel in here, aren't you, Stick? Oh, that is a dandy. Look at that bass, guys. That is a beautiful fish. And seriously, Danny and I have done this. You can do this all day, Brian. You know that?
Wow, that would be great.
No, but that's fun, isn't it? And you're just using a minnow, you guys?
Just a minnow, yeah.
Look at the belly on that. Pat the belly on that fish.
Just like that.
No, that's a beautiful fish, Danny. Ooh. Blake,
going?
all right, Blake, let me see if you can do the old Blake Areno fish grab on a giant smallmouth. Okay, now in the mouth, right. Can you do it? And can you do it? There you go. Hold that one up for the folks at home to see.
Nice job.
Just another whole hum 4-pounder.
And they're jumping in the water too.
You know what Danny said? If we wanted, we can sit on these humps all day and catch them all day.
I love it.
Oh, there's a beauty.
Wow.
Look at Danny. Danny, can you help us, Danny? Get this one, buddy? That's a big bass, man.
Wow.
We don't have, oh my gosh. That is a big, fat slobbo bobbo dooba doo. That is a big,
We're catching walleyes, muskies, and now bass. This is awesome.
Isn't that, what do you think of that one there, Danny?
That's a big one.
That's a fatty boo. Dan Areno. Hey, Colo, you're going to have to grab the net for this fish. But one thing I want to talk about is bait ooh, nice. That's flipping in 3-pounders, man. One thing I want to talk about in using these Kalen's jerk minnows, you are just giving them a very subtle presentation.
It's a dead stick presentation.
Yeah.
Hit the bottom, lift it up 1.5 feet and just hold it.
Danny, I just got another. Oh, these are so much fun, buddy. That again is on that Kalen's, and I went to a smaller white jerk minnow. We can see if he jumps. No.
You can flip him.
Yeah, no problem. But man, I'll tell you what. People that don't fish in October and November are really missing, to me, some of the funnest fishing of the year. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah, it's especially on a day like today, it's beautiful.
Yeah, right. Hey there, sticky buns.
We got another good one here, John.
All right, way to go there, Brian. Ooh, there he is. Oh, that's a nice one right there. Now, Brian Sticka, by the way, folks, is an ardent walleye angler on Lake Winnebago. This is kind of a neat deal, isn't it, up here compared to that?
It is a little different, especially in the fall. You know, a lot of guys are bow hunting and stuff for deer, but you can only shoot 1 or 2 deer in the fall, so you might as well get a little fishing in when you can.
Hey, one thing I want to mention, I've worked with Fleet Farm for many years, and one thing I really hear in the field is how guys appreciate the fact that you buyers hunt and fish and know what we need here in the Midwest. I appreciate that.
Well, the other thing is we get to talk to a lot of guys that fish and get a bunch of different opinions, so you always hear of different techniques and different colors and stuff we don't have, and if you don't ask, you don't know. So
another thing that I like too is you got everything from Great Lakes to sturgeon to walleyes to bass. You got it all,
especially in the Midwest, there's so many different opportunities, and this is another one.
The Stick Man. They call him the Stick Man because he's such a great angler, folks. And
there's a nice one.
Here we go. And here we go. Nicely done.
That's a big one.
Brian,
It's a
nicely
little
done.
nicer than the last one.
Hey, how are you doing that? Are you keeping that how far off the bottom about?
Well, I'm trying to keep it about 6 inches off the bottom, but every once in a while I get a little too close. And that's where Fleet Farm comes in. You need some new sinkers and hooks every once in a while.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. They're all about the same, Danny, aren't they?
Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger though.
John, you got one?
Did you? I was
is ours.
barely moving that. Oh, this is a real nice one, Danny. Oh,
Man, that is
Danny,
quality
hold that
fish.
one up in front of the camera. What are you? That's pushing 4, isn't it?
Oh, it's over 4.
It's over 4.
Yeah.
Do you remember a couple years ago, you and I caught twin 6-pounders together?
Oh yeah.
That was fun. And I did your technique there, just barely moving that Kalen's jerk minnow.
Look how fat that fish is.
They are incredibly fat.
Just pristine too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not a mark on them.
And you know, that's something, Jeff, a lot of folks don't realize coming up to Eagle Lake. The smallmouth fishing up here is tremendous.
And so you can always count on getting a bite. Yes, if you want a few walleyes for dinner, you want a trophy muskie or pike, they're obviously here.
That's the deal.
But when you want numbers, smallmouth are the way to go.
I don't know how many of these we can film. I mean, I do want to do some other kind of fishing, but how do you leave?
I can't leave.
How do you leave?
I think you got them?
You know, there's so many of them.
Oh.
And Danny, that's the thing. I mean, you get on top of a school like this. But what would be next on the agenda today?
We'll do some walleye and pike fishing. Try maybe for a muskie. I mean, like I said, anywhere we go, there's gonna be everything around,
Yeah.
right? So.
And there's no boat traffic at all. I mean, you can't.
Little fatty. That's my new thing to tap the bellies and see the fatties.
Oh, John, I got a good one here.
Oh, Sticky! I just caught a big one, and Sticky's got a big one on.
I think this one's bigger, John.
And way to go there, Stickman. Hey, Brian, how do you like those Jason Mitchell Elite rods that I've been using?
I'll be honest with you, I never fished them before, and we're gonna have them in the stores next year. But it's a great rod
All
for
species rod. You
all
know?
species, live bait, jigging.
Look at the build on that fish.
I always call those rusty littlequist fish, you know?
Look how wide that fish is.
Yeah, that's a rusty fish. He'd been eating some Johnsonvilles there, hasn't he?
That is a dandy.
That is a Slavosaurus there, buddy. You just released that one.
I did.
I can't flip this guy in, Danny. Look at how pretty that is down there in the water. There we go, buddy. Now that is about the same as Jeff's, right? That he just caught.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, could we just sit here and do this all day?
if we want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so dang impressive, you know. And that color, that white jerk minnow is pretty nice too.
They are hitting the jerk minnows probably
Better than normal.
better than normal in this cold water.
Yeah. The brand new and updated Amsoil Midwest Fishing Report is now available. For up-to-date video fishing reports from all over the Midwest, go to amsoil.com/MFR. That's amsoil.com/MFR. We were fishing Eagle Lake out of Andy Meyer's Lodge, an 11.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 12.5 hours from Chicago, and 7 hours from Minneapolis.
Excellent. Oh, there's a good one. Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Look at how he ate that too.
Eat that Google Eye jig.
This is the Google Eye. It's available in a live bait series and then a long hook shank series. And what we did is we took a glass rattle and built it into the middle of the round jig head and just bouncing it. It hits the bottom, that glass rattle's rattling and it's sending off vibration in this dirty water in this river, and that's the result right there.
This one's coming home with me.
Deer or ducks? Gun or bow? It's hunting season, and Fleet Farm has everything you need to master the hunt this year. Because it's Blaze Orange's end season. It's better in the blind season. The buck stops here season. Hanging with the buddies season. And of course, ready, set, point season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm. built for real life.
Ooh, here we go. We move spots now. We're trying for a different species. Let's see what species we're trying for. Ooh, Danny, boo. Look at that Wallarino. That's a beautiful walleye, Danny Herbeck. Look at that fish. You know, that's why I love fishing with Danny. He says, well, we got enough bass. He said, let's go catch something else. And first spot, look at that, buddy. You know that? Have you gotten to really like those plastics, the jerk minnows, the Kalins?
They definitely catch fish. There's no doubt about that.
Who was the first one that used one with you?
You did for sure.
Yeah. Hey, that's a nice fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many walleyes did you catch this year, by the way, in your boat?
Let me look at my clicker.
He's got a clicker down here.
7,647.
7,647 walleyes in the season. That's not bad, Danny. 2 in a row here, Danny. Ooh, this is another beautiful walleye. Look at that, man. Aren't those gorgeous fish? Holy moly.
That's a chunker.
That is a chunker. And that one, the last 2, Danny, I've hit at the end of the cast, right next to the boat, too, you know? So finish that cast, right? Did I put that on the right way, by the way?
It is. It is hooked on perfect.
I did it the right way. I always put them upside down. Is that the deal? Look at that. That's just amazingly beautiful, you know?
Nice little fat
At this
fish.
time of year, do you still have a chance at those big 10-pounders?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. That's a nice little fat fish.
That is. And again, folks, we got enough bass. Let's go walleye fishing. I just love it. Love it. Love it when I'm beating you. You know that?
I just missed that fish.
Oh, I can flip this. Here he is. I can just flip this guy in there. Now, would that be considered an eater here if we were keeping fish, Danny?
Oh, that's an eater.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, that I'm catching them on the plastics, isn't it? Of course, you just missed one, and I cast it right out in the same spot, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Hey, Stickman, you're getting on the walleye board now, buddy. This is impressive, though, man. As I said before, catching all the smallmouth you want and moving to walleyes. There's a nice one. Hey, let Sticky hold that up, because Sticky, that is what you love to do, isn't it,
It
buddy?
sure is, John.
How much when you're not working at Fleet, you are out walleye fishing, aren't you?
At least on the weekends. Yes.
Yeah, isn't that a beautiful fish right there?
Very, very pretty fish.
How did he hit that jig?
He smacked her pretty good coming in.
Nice. La 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 la. I fished with Danny, folks, since he was 6 years old, so there's always a little competition. Oh, look at this guy. There we go, Danny.
There you go.
So these fish are up on, the walleyes are up on kind of shallow rocks feeding this time of year?
Yeah, right now they are, for sure.
Yeah, boy, and they're eating pretty good. And this spot could also have pike and muskies.
It usually has a toothy critter around or two, for sure.
Sticky buns, as we got a nice mist falling now, folks. Kind of November weather that you enjoy. That's a nice walleye. That really is. Now, Danny, we started talking about it a little earlier. How many walleyes has your boat caught this year?
7,660 or something now.
That's pretty impressive walleye fishing. What was that on, Stick?
It was on a Google-Eye jig.
Hey, those are good baits, aren't they, those Google-Eye jigs?
They sure are, and they've got a little rattle in them to wake them up a little bit. So.
No, a lot of companies are going to sound stuff now, aren't they?
Yeah, every little tool helps make a difference. So
And that's called a Google-Eye jig?
it's called a Google-Eye jig, and here's the color.
Nicely done, buddy. Oh, you got one and I got one here. Ooh, this one's, I think yours is a teensy. Let's see whose is bigger, okay, once I get them in.
Oh, okay.
All
yeah,
right,
we'll
let's see
that,
whose is
yeah.
bigger here. Oh my, this is a big boy. This is a big boy.
Oh.
Look at that wallster right there. Now we gotta hold him. Do you want me to hold that up next to yours there, pal? There we go. Ooh, there we go. There's the skill deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm teasing you, but this is a beautiful fish.
That is a really nice fish. Look how fat and heavy
Yeah,
that
how
fish
big is that? About 23?
It's probably 24.
Hey, Dan, when we come up to Canada, we really stock up on Johnsonville's. Did you know that?
I know now.
Okay, here's the deal. I got a treat for you today. These are Johnsonville bacon and cheddar grillers. They're outstanding. And what we do with them, they're 100% premium cuts of pork, and we load them up with bacon and cheddar.
Can't go wrong there.
No, and you put them on the grill. They take about 20 minutes to cook. Just flip them a few times on low to medium heat.
Bacon.
Isn't that
cheddar.
good? Isn't that wonderful? Love it. Yeah. Both sides. Yep, we all do it every week. Hey, folks, Johnsonville Bacon and Cheddar Grillers. Look for them at your favorite grocery store today.
In addition to the Ice Helix 5 and 7 family, there's a new model, the all-season model, that comes complete with everything you need for ice fishing and for open water fishing. In addition to your ice fishing shuttle that comes with a battery and a floating transducer, will come a summer transducer along with a power cord and a gimbal mount for your time in the boat. The Ice Helix 7 for 2019 also has networking capabilities, so when you're on the boat in summer, you can take advantages of iPilot Link, 360 imaging, and data sharing across your network, getting more out of your unit from winter to summer.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2018 Fishing Contest.
Brian Doe of Racine caught this 58-inch sturgeon on the Wisconsin River on a night crawler. Joe Troya of Franklin boated this 23-inch smallmouth on Pewaukee Lake on a sucker. Steve Yonk of Wheaton, Illinois caught this 46-inch northern on Reindeer Lake on a Mepps. Jeff Mathwig of West Allis boated this 48-inch muskie on Big Sand Lake in Vilas County on a bucktail. And this week's kids winners are Tanner Schmolt of West Bend caught this 38-inch Chinook on Lake Michigan on a fly, and Eileen Gasparek of Lisle, Illinois caught this 44-inch muskie in Vilas County on a top raider. Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. The Frable Bait Station, normally $49.99, on sale for $39.99. The Frable Bait Station for $39.99. Ooh, Colo's got something up front there that has some size. Danny, this could be Pike City, buddy. Let's see.
It's a good fish, whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Decent.
What do we got there?
Nice pike.
It's a pike.
Oh, good job there. Yeah, ho hum, we got walleyes, we got bass, and now we got pike. Ooh, yeah. Be careful there, guys. Okay.
Nice.
That's a beautiful fish, guys.
Nice. John,
Colo, that is a beautiful fish, buddy.
You know, I tried something new. I went from the jerk minnow all the way to Castmaster. It was the first cast and a decent pike.
Danny, look at the beautiful coloring on that fish.
Yeah.
Aren't they gorgeous?
And they like to eat gold. That's the nice
And what were
thing
you doing,
about
ripping it?
it. Yep, and then letting it fall.
That's cool, man. Beautiful
Right in the corner of the mouth, too, because I had no leader.
Very pretty fish. Danny, those are pretty common in the fall, right?
Yeah, we get a ton of pike in the fall typically. This actually guy's a little on the small side.
On the small side?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one to be on the small side.
Ooh, stickman, here we go.
I got one on
Oh,
this side,
perfect eater walleye right there, Brian. And you know, it's interesting. Tell the folks that we've had a little cool weather move in here with a little bit of mist, Brian, and that's actually slowed the fishing down a little bit, hasn't it?
It did for a while. It's kind of like a little cold front, but
Google eye jig.
we're trying to grind them out.
So yeah, and then you putting the live bait back on might be the difference. But that, folks, right there is a perfect eater walleye. Folks, for many years, people have asked me, can I use my Humminbird Helix 7, my ice fishing unit, in the summertime? Well, you guys have come up with a solution to the problem.
We did. In fact, John, there were so many people that asked that we made an all-season package. And with that, you get the ice unit and the ice transducer, everything you need for ice fishing, plus everything that you need for open water fishing. The summer transducer, the gimbal mount, everything you need is all in one box. You get the best of winter and summer with your Helix 7 ice unit.
And one thing that I should mention that everybody really loves is this is built-in GPS.
It's built-in GPS, so with that, you can navigate both on the water and on the ice. You get the benefit of having Lake Master at your disposal, great detailed mapping. You have all your waypoints, you have a built-in flasher for winter, you have 2D sonar, and even a side imaging option as well.
So it's a year-round unit, and you have the two transducers with it.
That comes right in the box.
And where can guys get more info?
You can stop by at humminbird.com or visit any of your favorite dealers and ask them there.
Well, folks, we caught our walleyes, we caught our bass, we caught a northern, but the last day we're just going to spend trolling, and that's kind of interesting because you can get a combo platter too, right?
You know, this time of year especially, you know, we're just going to run a bunch of these points that these whitefish are spawning on and just cover as much water we can and look for a big fish or two.
Okay, and you're gonna have a chance today too, I think.
Okay.
Well, the neat thing too, folks, is the reasons the muskies are concentrated in certain areas is that the whitefish are spawning, right?
Yep. The whitefish and the ciscos are up on all these mainland points.
And you got a shot at a big pike too?
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll get some pike too as well.
Hey, Colo's going on! Colo's going on! All right, Colo, this could be a huge fish, buddy. I don't know. This could be a huge fish. How you doing there, buddy?
I'm good. I got a couple head chicks. I don't know how big it is.
All right. Here we go. Could be a big pike, could be a big muskie. You don't know this time of year.
guess.
Staying down really nice.
Colo, how are you?
I'm feeling nice. I'm nice and warm now.
All right, buddy. You got a beautiful
When he
day.
gets coming, you bring him whatever side you want. Bring him around the right-hand side here.
Oh, nice muskie! Nice muskie! Nice muskie! Look at that muskie! All right, way to go, Colo! Hey, Jeff O'Rue! Hey, look at the camera, Jeff! Look at the camera. Tell the folks about that fight.
That fight was brief, but I'll tell you what, it had to be. If I overpowered that fish, it's barely hooked in the corner of the mouth.
Wow.
Danny said, look at the Humminbird. There's a bunch of logs off to the right-hand side, and there was a bunch of rocks to the left. That fish was right in between those two structures. That's the beauty of mega imaging.
Oh, look at that.
Kneel right down.
Hey,
there you go.
look at
this.
that. Hey,
John,
Danny,
thank you.
Danny, what about the coloring on that fish?
That is beautiful fish.
Isn't that spectacular?
Wow. Huge head, teeth. That thing is built for business. I'd hate to be a whitefish in this lake.
Is that your first muskie, Jeff?
It's my first real muskie
Well,
of this size.
you know what? You might get addicted to the sport. That's the problem.
I could see how this gets in your blood and you don't get rid of it. You know what? I should get her back. How about that?
Gorgeous fish. Let's get a couple of stills.
All right.
For more information on fishing packages at Andy Meyer's Lodge, call 888-727-5865. 727-5865.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank there, Dale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks. Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that. That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy. Well, that one is a gorgeous fish. Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know we're going to fish it. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, 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 John Gillespie! Hey, hey, John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! He's the fishing man fishing anytime he can, yeah! Treat for you.